Hello comrades, Commissar Bro here today with Herolike. This one's being developed by Games Hut and published by Black Shell Media. They were kind enough to provide me a review copy of the game, at least of the early access version of the game. Keep in mind it is on patch 0.84a. That literally just came out, what, 2 days ago? Yeah, 2 days ago. And I've played about 30 minutes or so of it so far. And I'm going to show you guys some gameplay before I really give my opinion on it. So with that, let's take a look at Herolike. As you can see, I've already made myself a little dwarf here. Commissar, he's a guardian. Yeah, that's right, phenomenal. And like I said, he's level 5, so let's go ahead and get in here and take a look, see at the actual game itself. Alright, so to give you a basic understanding of how this game works, you start from the very left, as you can see. And you slowly work your way down, all the way down. This is a very, very far way to go. And there's the ending. As you can see, there is an ending, right? And you start here, at the very beginning, and you essentially choose your path. You go through several different types of encounters. You've got gamble, defense, hostile, and friendly. And I will hover over each one so you can read it. Essentially, defense, they have difficulty and rewards adjusted based on your renown. Hostile. Oh, is it not going to let me do hostile? Okay. Well, basically, hostile is always going to be a negative, like a combat encounter, adjusted based on your renown. Friendly is going to be just a complete talking option, where you make choices and it affects your renown. If you do negative stuff, it'll, like, if you do bad things, for example, I had one happen where I had to, I talked to a slaver and I helped a slaver. I got money out of it, but I lost renown. Yeah, so you want to get more renown. That's kind of what makes, you know, the game here, makes you better. Now, before I show the, well, actually, you know what, let's just go ahead and jump right into this defense and we'll move on from there. So as you can see, it is kind of like a top-down roguelike game, similar to like a hack and slash. I want to say Diablo, but I feel like Diablo is far more refined and is far more based upon loot. This game is not so much from what I've seen so far. Now, that's not to say that is a full-on, you know, opinion of how this game operates, but essentially you get in these tiny little rooms, like here we are now, where enemies will spawn, and in this case we're defending a relic. And we basically just got to keep that relic alive for the defense match, and without dying. Keep in mind, if you die, you're permanently dead. This game does have permadeath. It is very much similar to it's a roguelite. I don't know if I want to call it a roguelike, but definitely a roguelite. But yeah, so you hack enemies, you kill enemies, you level up. As you can see here, you got, well, it's not going to let me show you. Let's go to the town and I can show you that. Alright, here. As you can see here, you have strength, agility, and intelligence. I'm focusing strength and agility because I don't care too much about mana. Yeah, there it gives you your stats in a little bit more detail. There's not too many here. It's mostly damage, armor, and attack speed. That's the main thing you want to focus on. You've got skills, and as you level up, you get more and more skills. I'm going to put all mine into Seismic Slam because it's the easiest one to use. You also pick up items. You can buy health potions from your town. Yeah, see, health potions, rooms, and all sorts of crap. Right now, I've actually got a gold magnet, so all gold just automatically comes to me. That's probably one of the first things you want to get. Now, another feature that separates this game from your usual roguelike type game is you have a town that you can actually build up. The more materials you get more materials by basically just completing missions. As we can see here, we can build an armor merchant, or we could upgrade it, and it would cost 200 materials. Yeah, or we could go up here and we can build a weapons merchant, which would allow us to buy weapons in our town. There's a couple different buildings here or there that do things. As you can see, like look over there, there's a rally flag. What's that one? That is for scavenger, the flag, yeah, rally flag for the Scavengers Guild members. Okay, cool stuff, cool stuff. So this is the town. And level 1 provides you building materials after each encounter. So that's probably something you want to build up pretty quickly, is the keep. But yeah, so this is basically the town. This is what it looks like. You know, there's not a whole bunch to do here. There's not a bunch of interactivity. You can't really talk to anybody. Not too much happens aside from you coming here to buy better equipment. And to just build up these buildings. Yeah, that's really all you can about do in the town, it seems like. So, let's go back to the world map, shall we? Alright, back on the world map. And I'll show you one more encounter, and then I will give my opinion on the game. So, hostile encounter. Warning, very dark. And that's something else that's pretty interesting about the game, is that you'll have random events. Sometimes there'll be tornadoes. Sometimes it'll just be super damn dark. And other times, you know, it depends. All sorts of crazy things are bound to happen on the Herolike trail. On your trail to become the greatest hero that ever lived. Yeah. And we're murking people right now. We're murking people. Oh. See, that's kind of why I'm focusing on agility as well. I want to have a really fast attack speed so I can just sit here and just chop through people. It's going to be great. That's my plan. I got slowed. So this is like an R of slow. That's alright, because I got Seismic Slam, and it's just a one-hit kill on those guys. Yeah, that's right. Watch. Suck it. Yeah, that's right. Beautiful, beautiful. There's another class currently in the game called Shaman. Again, I'm not going to show that one because, yeah, I'm more concerned about Guardian. I'm not much of a magic user. I'm much more of an in-your-face kind of beat the crap out of you, or a long-range kind of guy. Depends on what game I'm playing. Alright, there we go, mission complete. So this is Herolike. Now, my opinion of it, surprisingly enough, is not overly positive, but it's not negative either. I just don't think there's a lot here. The game's fun for what it is, and it works, and it has an incredibly interesting concept. Personally, the idea of having a town that you can upgrade and interact with is awesome, but it just seems like currently there's not a whole lot of interactivity that goes on with the town, which is kind of a shame. I wish there was more I could do with my town, like maybe go there and talk to villagers. Villagers give tips on how to be better at the game, or something like that. As it stands, you basically just go there and your shopkeeps will say something or another, but it really has no bearing on the game itself, which is kind of disappointing. Let me show you a friendly encounter too real quick before we go too far. After 2 days of wandering through the desert, you discovered an oasis where a slaver and his band of mercenaries are camping. So this is the second time I've had this one. I want to try and free the slaves. You decide to discuss with the slave the terms freedom. In the end, he agrees to let them go for the sum of 50 gold. Alright, and I got 607 total renown for doing that, but I lost 50 gold. So that's how friendly encounters work. You've pretty much seen the game at this point. Everything there is to show, really. So yeah, I mean, the game in itself, it's solid, it works, it plays, and there doesn't seem to be a whole bunch of bugs. When you alt-tab out, it will crash. It's done that to me about 3 times so far, which is not too big of a deal. I mean, I hope they kind of fix that. That'd be a good thing to fix. But, I mean, I guess I'm going to really just say, I give this game a meh. Like, it's there. It's not bad. There's better, like, hack-and-slash action RPGs out there. Diablo or Torchlight, if you're into those types of games. But this one has a great concept, and I would love to actually see more work go into continuing it to see what they finally come up with, like a finished product. Like I said, I would love to see more interactivity to the town. Maybe add some sort of customization to it. Like, give me something important that makes me care about this town, because at the moment it's very beautiful. It's great looking. The game itself is solid. Like the graphical fidelity and all that good stuff is nice. But I mean, it feels lifeless, I guess you could say. Which, you know, that's not to say they can't add more as time goes on. So honestly, I'm kind of just going to sit back and watch and see what else comes out of it. At the moment, I mean, if you're into these types of games, for the price point, it's only $6. So if this is something you're into, go for it. Definitely. If you're not so much into roguelikes and roguelites, then, I mean, I wouldn't really suggest it to you. But, you know, we'll see. We'll see. Again, this is just early access, and we'll see the finished product and how it fares at that point, and if it's worth buying or not worth buying, you know, I'll definitely throw out a suggestion at that point. But anyway, this has been Commissar, bro. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope this has been helpful in you choosing a game, what to buy, and so on. You know, and yeah, all that good stuff. I ain't really got anything else to say. This is CB, and I'll see you next time.